The tables have finally turned. I know many of you weren't expecting this, but the European Union wants to ban Ferrari, and the reason will shock you. Hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, because what happened changes everything completely. Before we continue, let's do a little recap on how we got here. Mat Armstrong bought a wrecked Ferrari 296 GTB. He rebuilt it from scratch, fitted a full challenge body kit, and the car looked like it escaped a factory race program. Then he called Ferrari for parts to finish the job. They said no. And just like that, no parts, no support, no explanation. The car can't go back to standard because Ferrari has refused to sell parts. Well, this same thing has happened to Mat few weeks ago. He rebuilt a Bugatti Chiron when Bugatti refused to help. He always rebuilt cars that manufacturers declared dead. Manufacturer walls don't stop him. But this wall was different. This time around, millions of people watched it happen in real time. Millions of people saw a man pour everything into a rebuild, only to get the door shut in his face by a billion-dollar car company. This story has gone beyond YouTube rebuilds. Across Europe, independent mechanics have been hitting the same wall for years. Mat wasn't a rare case. Mat's case was just the most visible one. It happens this way: you're rebuilding a crashed car. You call a manufacturer for parts. They want to know who you are, where the car is going, whether you're approved. If you answer wrongly, the line goes dead. The manufacturer controls the tools, the data, the access. If you're not in their network, you're simply not getting in. And if you're a car owner and you take your car to an independent shop instead of a dealership, your warranty becomes void. Just like that. These manufacturers built a second business on top of selling you the car. A captive repair monopoly. You hand over the money. They keep full control of everything that happens to the car afterward. Every luxury brand running the exact same play. Ferrari, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche. And the worst part is, it has been completely legal. For decades, nobody stopped them. I guess it'll come to an end soon. The European Union had been watching this manufacturer madness for years. They had been trying to pass a right to repair law that fights this manufacturer monopoly, and they finally get it done in July 2026. This law states that you cannot block independent repairs. You cannot refuse to sell spare parts. You cannot use software to shut someone's car down after an independent fix. You cannot void a warranty for using an independent shop. You cannot refuse to touch a car because someone else worked on it first. In addition, manufacturers will be prohibited from using contractual clauses, hardware or software techniques that impede the repair of goods listed in Annex 2, unless justified by legitimate and objective factors. They will be also obliged to provide access to spare parts at reasonable prices. Also, manufacturers are required to make available information on their repair services to consumers for easy accessibility. And now, manufacturers have been left completely dumbfounded. And if you think these manufacturers can just ignore this law, you have to think again. No exemptions for heritage brands, no carve-outs for hypercars, no special treatment because your factory has been sitting in the same Italian town since 1947. It's either you comply or you get banned. For Ferrari, almost half of all their global sales happen on European soil. Europe isn't just a market for them, Europe is their home. The EU doesn't care about the prancing horse. They care about your right to fix what you paid for. Now here's the part that should make every Ferrari executive deeply uncomfortable. Because while Ferrari was busy blocking Mat Armstrong, the EU was watching him too. And so was Ferrari. Think about what Mat had built. A crashed written-off Ferrari 296 back from the dead. Fitted with a full challenge body kit that Ferrari themselves don't even sell to the public. A one-of-one car. And millions of people around the world watched every single step of that build. That's not just a YouTube video. And Ferrari saw it. They saw the comments, they saw the views, they saw hundreds of thousands of people asking, "Where can I get one of these? How do I find a rebuilt exotic? Is there a certified version of this?" The demand was right there. It's clear and completely free market research, paid for by Mat's time, Mat's money, and Mat's audience. So what did Ferrari do afterwards? They launched their own certified pre-owned inspection and rebuild program. The exact concept Mat Armstrong proved had a multi-million audience. Ferrari packaged it, stamped the prancing horse on it, and started selling it as their own idea. They refused to sell parts to Mat. They locked the software. They shut the door. And then they walked around to the back and built an entire business from the blueprint he laid down. They blocked the builder, copied the blueprint, and had the audacity to charge a premium for it. That is the part nobody is talking about. The mainstream media isn't covering it. The car magazines aren't writing about it. But the people in the comment sections, the builders, the independent mechanics, the enthusiasts who have been watching this unfold, they see it and they are not happy about it. Because this isn't just about Mat Armstrong. This is about every person who has ever been told that the car sitting in their driveway isn't really theirs to fix. This story has been playing out quietly for decades. So here's where this all lands. Everything they did to Mat is illegal by law. The entire system these manufacturers spent decades building to keep independent shops out has now been dismantled. Every independent mechanic in Europe gets access. Every builder like Mat gets access. Every car owner who just wants to fix what they own gets access. Ferrari can keep building the most breathtaking cars on Earth. Nobody's taking that from them. But the days of using those cars as a leash, deciding who's allowed to fix them, who's allowed to work on them, who gets to fully own what they already paid for, that is no longer the story. And honestly, it should never have been the story in the first place. The fact that it took a YouTube builder with millions of subscribers and a European law with a hard deadline to force this conversation says everything about how long these manufacturers thought they could get away with it. They thought the wall would hold forever. July 31st, 2026 says otherwise. Since Mat couldn't get Ferrari to open the door, the European Union is about to take it off the hinges. And when that happens, the rebuilds you've been watching on YouTube are just the beginning. Because once independent builders across Europe get full access to parts, software, and diagnostics, the cars that manufacturers have been writing off for years are going to start coming back to life, one by one. And there is nothing Ferrari, Bugatti, or Lamborghini can do to stop it. Subscribe to this channel, like, and turn on notifications, because we're going to be covering every moment of this story as it unfolds. See you in the next one.